All right, so we got all the morning chores done, and today we're not staying on the farm. Welcome back to Mulberry Branch Farm, y'all. My name is Ashley, and today we are going to go up to the Indiana State Fair. It will be our first time going there as a family, and I figured that y'all would like to come along with us to see what a state fair is like, because I have no idea. I've never been before. We really thought about taking the goats up to show this year, but we figured this year we'll go and see what it's all about. And maybe we'll put something on the calendar for next year. So let's go, guys. Let's load up and let's go to the Indiana State Fair. The trip up to Indianapolis from our farm here in East Central Indiana is about 2 hours, but I think it's definitely going to be worth that wait. We can't wait to get to the fair. When you pull in, oh my goodness, there's so much to look at. There's so much hustle and bustle. You have to even watch where you step, because you have these tractors that are pulling these free trolleys that will take you all around the fairgrounds, because this place by no means is tiny. There are so many different things to look at. There's tons of food. There are tons of vendors. There are lots of different things to keep you entertained. There are livestock shows. There are different types of exhibits for artisans along with 4-H groups. There is really just about anything you can think of for any person, any walk of life at the Indiana State Fair. And of course, the kids couldn't take their eyes off of any of these rides. But more than that, they cannot wait to get their hands on some cotton candy, some different ice cream, pizza, and then they've got all of these wonderful booths full of different knickknacks and souvenirs. I am that type of person that no matter where I go, I definitely need to come home with a t-shirt just to make sure I remember the experiences in the places that I've been. And I wasn't disappointed here either. They had some really cool tie-dye shirts. They had some really neat retro looking shirts. Any style for any type of person. My personal favorite, of course, I'm your resident crazy goat lady, the CGL. I love the livestock specific t-shirts for the Indiana State Fair. I loved all of them. It was really hard to choose, but don't worry, I made a couple of choices. And speaking of Crazy Goat Lady, today at the fair, they're going to be doing a dairy goat show. One ring is ADDGA sanctioned, and the other is for our 4-H youth. It's exciting to watch anybody in these rings really work with their animals. It takes a lot of hard work year-round in partnership with your animal to make sure you can put your best foot or best hoof forward when it comes to these shows. I especially love seeing these cute faces, and if you walk up and are nice enough, they might oblige you with letting them give them wonderful head scritches. Good job, goat. But don't worry, there aren't just goats here. We got to watch some of the swine show that was happening. This takes a lot of talent to be able to move pigs around in front of the judge and to show off their best qualities. And I just loved hearing the clip-clop of those horseshoes hitting the pavement. It's so neat watching these exhibitors walk with their animals in some of these really high-stress situations in environments they're not used to. For example, take a look at this llama going through the obstacle courses. They're definitely not used to the wacky waving arm inflatable tube man or jumping, but oh my gosh, look how cute! It is the cute. There's just about anything here that you can think of to entertain yourself with. You can even go on this ski lift and get a bird's eye view of the different show coliseums along with the grandstands. And if you're like me and enjoy people watching, trust me, you get a lot of that here. There's a lot of different interesting people that show up at the fair. After enjoying a lot of the sights, all the different entertainment and people watching the chores, it works up quite an appetite, but you will not be left wanting for any type of cuisine here at the fair. You can deep fry just about anything. I loved these deep fried Oreos. They were delicious.
Look at this.
Yes, really. One of my favorite things to do at this fair was to actually go is in displays here in the Indiana Arts Building. This isn't the 4-H building, so these are all adults or young adults throughout the entire state of Indiana that are entering their different points of craftsmanship into open shows. It's really neat. There's a lot of amazing arts and crafts here, just a lot of talent in one place. But we decided later on that we were going to go to the Grandstands, and while we were in the Grandstands, we looked over and this gentleman had climbed all the way up this ladder and jumped. It was one of the most terrifying things that I've ever witnessed. I definitely could not do that. Then there were the grandstand events. They're super fun to watch, and surprisingly, it was free with the admission to the fair. And if you don't like looking around at trucks or things like that, if you look closely in the crowd, you might see a queen or two walking around. Another big reason we came is that my daughter Josie actually had a project selected to go to State Fair. But when we went to go to see it, we came right as they were judging all these projects, so we weren't allowed in. Yeah, guys, I was pretty bummed. We were really looking forward to seeing all of the different projects from different 4-H'ers all over the state. But watching this grown man getting tossed off of this mechanical bull did make me feel a little bit better. As much as I love visiting places like this and enjoy the hustle and bustle, I am a country girl at heart. And sometimes all of these people and all this interaction stresses me out. But the butterfly garden here on the fairgrounds was the perfect place to kind of relax, take a deep breath, and to kind of just refocus and re-energize to enjoy the rest of the fair. They had so many beautiful butterflies in the natural setting, which is so relaxing. I thought it was really neat too in our fast-paced world where agriculture now looks different than it did in decades past. We have new mowers, we have new agricultural implements, but they kind of butt up right next to one another here on the fairgrounds. You get to see some of those older implements that were around and did a lot of work back in the day when they didn't have so much convenience. And it teaches our young people, as well as people that may not have an understanding for agriculture, to really realize how far we've come in such a short amount of time. All right, guys, that is a wrap here at the Indiana State Fair. There's a little something for everybody. You don't have to be on a farm, you don't have to be homesteading, you don't have to be doing anything to come out to the Indiana State Fair. It's a ton of fun, something for everyone. We were here all day and we didn't get to see everything. So it's definitely one of those things you need to get here earlier in the morning and plan to be here late or multiple days. But until next time, guys, thanks for hanging out with us here at the Indiana State Fair with Mulberry Range Farm. We will catch you on the next one. We hope that you're all staying safe out there and being kind to one another. God bless you. Bye, y'all.